And welcome to another installment of the Hometown Football League, our fourth game of week 2 in season number 2. And hello, everybody. Big Paulie coming to you. Let me set up the display capture. There we go. It's St. Louis and Las Vegas today. St. Louis, a combination of the Rams and Cardinals, since they do not have a professional football franchise in St. Louis anymore, at least in the NFL. Las Vegas, of course, just got theirs. The Raiders have been playing there a couple of years. They've made their first playoff appearance as the Las Vegas Raiders this year, and they play Cincinnati in a couple of days as I record this. So off to Allegiant Stadium we go. Should be an interesting battle. I'll explain how I do Las Vegas, who are favored by 5. And they are the Ironmen, even though we use the Raiders logo. Neil Lomax and Derek Carr are your quarterbacks for the respective teams, the Maroons and the Ironmen. Las Vegas is basically a combination of Las Vegas Raiders, although they have not been around all that long, a couple of years, and roster members from players that were rejected by their original team. Like, say, you could see a Chicago Bear on the Las Vegas roster that didn't make their 100, or a Los Angeles Ram, or so forth. The rejects, I guess you could call them, but they do play well. Both teams won their first game. They are each 1-0. Las Vegas won the toss and will receive. Allegiant Stadium in the Dome, 72 degrees. Gafford, Guerin, and Davis back deep. And it will be down for a touchback. So your lineup for Las Vegas, Garner and Colmer are your running backs. Charlie Garner, Mickey Colmer. Lavernius Coles and Victor Cruz are your wideouts. Davis is the tight end. Carr, your quarterback. Bruiser Kanar has stayed with Las Vegas. He is one of the tackles. Rasmussen, Oates, Moore, and Barton. And we'll get the St. Louis defense for you in just a minute. Charlie Gardner, trap right on 1st and 10 from the 20. And that's a gain of 6. Las Vegas should have success running the ball again on this Maroon defense. Carter, Quinn, Brockers, and Walker are your front 4. You got 2 7s in there. EJ Jr., Minert, and Stallings are your linebackers. Worley, Fisher, Wilson, and Atagwe, I'm going to guess, are your defensive backs. And we'll look to Mickey Colmer. You might remember him from season 1. He gets a first down, a gain of 6. Saw a yellow hanky on the field, but it was picked up, no penalty. 14:04, we're just beginning if you've just tuned up to this point. And we're going to go back to Gardner. 6 yards a clip he should be able to get. And Gardner passed the 40 to the 45 into Maroon territory. Gain of 22. We call the St. Louis franchise the Maroons because they can't use Rams, because Los Angeles uses that. We can't use the Cardinals because Arizona uses that. So now it's a 1st and 10. The ball at the 46 of St. Louis. And Vegas is going to keep it on the ground. Calling it audible. We're going to go fly to Cruz here. Incomplete. Great coverage by Fisher. And we'll go back to the running game. Trap left, Gardner on 2nd and 10. This time he is stuffed by Carter. Kevin Carter, who was on the Rams of St. Louis as opposed to the Cardinals. Setting up 3rd and 11. They'll go 4 wide, put Carr in the shotgun. We'll go to Sanders, 3rd and 11. Put a man in motion. The throw underneath. It's going to be short of the first down, though. Gardner Had 4 touches on that drive out of 6 plays, but it's all going to go for naught. 4th and 6 at the 42. A 35% field goal chance, which we will pass on. Babe Perilli is the Vegas punter. And that's a nice punt out of bounds at the 4. Perilli, of course, probably most known for playing with the Boston Patriots back in the AFL days. Let's set the St. Louis lineup. Now, again, they were able to draft in front of Indianapolis, so that's why they have Marshall Faulk. Farrell is the fullback. Holt and Bruce are your wideouts. Jackie Smith, the tight end. Neil Lomax. Last year it was Kurt Warner, who played on this St. Louis HTFL franchise. He was picked up by Arizona, because Arizona was the worst team in the league last year. Pace, Dobler, DeMarco, Timmerman, and Deerdorf are your front linemen. 1st and 10 from the 4. Screen, Farrell, he'll gain 9. Setting up the defense for Las Vegas, which I could barely read. Eisenhower, Schwartz, Kennard, and Antwine are your front linemen. Harvey, Nick Bonacante, and Addison are your linebackers. Asamuga, Williamson, I wonder if that's the hammer, McDonald, and Goldson are your running defensive backfields. So let's take a look. Is that the hammer? Yes, it's Fred the Hammer Williamson. He's one of the corners on this Las Vegas team, or a starting corner in this game. 2nd and 1 from the 13. The give is to Falk. Falk thought he might have lost a yard, but he did not. Eisenhower, pronounced like the name of Dwight Eisenhower, the President of the United States from 53 to 61, but spelt differently. No gain. Fred the Hammer Williamson, the Monday Night Football commentator. 3rd and 1, we'll talk about him in a minute. A gain of 4 yards, and it's a 1st down for St. Louis. He only lasted the preseason of 1974 after Don Meredith joined Kurt Gowdy on NBC broadcasts. And Williamson was so bad, they decided not to proceed with him into the 74 season, so ABC picked up as a substitute a man who would last 3 seasons with them, Alex Karras. 1st and 10. Ball at the 17, so still St. Louis a long way to go. The throw complete to Farrell, and it's a 1st down for 9 yards. Now a 2nd and 1. Williamson was also best known a part of the Super Bowl I film, where the Green Bay Packers were mic'd up for the most part, and they got a big thrill out of Fred Williamson being injured because Williamson had talked big, saying that the Chiefs would probably win against the Packers in that first Super Bowl. It wasn't even called the Super Bowl, of course. It was the NFL AFL World Championship game, as Holt threw that to 81, who is Jackie Smith, for an incompletion. 3rd and a yard now, midway through the first quarter. If you were watching the first video I put up this afternoon, I drew a blank thinking of who the guest for on Rob's channel would be. Keith Avalone, who created a lot of the games on Play, second season football, red, white, and blue racing, a lot of board games. I wanted to be on that chat because Rob had invited me to come on, so I'll never shirk from an invitation. 4th and inches. I'm going to help out the community as much as I can that I am a part of here. And that's Taylor, an 11-yard return. The punt went 49. And Vegas with the ball again, a 1st and 10 from the 35. And with time, if I continue to do this HTFL, if I'm allowed, Lord willing, to continue to do these HTFL seasons for a while, this will eventually fill in with Vegas players. But the Raiders only having played in Vegas for a couple of years, that is not the case at present. We're going to go back to Gardner, off tackle right, and he gains 4 yards. And I'm going to sneeze for a moment, so my apologies. I muted myself. I didn't want you all to hear that. Let's go to Vernon Davis, short cross on 2nd and 6. Mix it up a little bit here, guys. That's thrown underneath to Colmer. Colmer wears 73 because in his day they did not have the numbering conventions that you currently see in the NFL. Of course, nowadays they have relaxed those numbering conventions, so you could see a running back or a wide receiver or a defensive back wearing single digits, kind of like college football. Let them wear what they want, for heaven's sakes. If you know a running back wants to wear 99, I'm all for it. 3rd and 3. We'll go Gardner on a screen. Oh, and Carr kind of led Gardner there, an incompletion, and Vegas will have to punt. Punter, by the way, still Babe Perilli. Hakeem is back deep as Zaire Hakeem. Played on the Rams. Was a good return man, too. He fair catches it at the 16, so the Maroons have not been blessed with the best field position. 5:05 to go. They're going to start from their own 16. On their last drive, I think they started inside their own 5. No score. 5:05 left to go in the opening quarter. Lomax out of Portland State threw a pass looking for Jackie Smith. That's incomplete. 2nd down and 10. St. Louis plays in the North Division. 4 divisions of 8 this year in the HTFL. And Las Vegas plays in the West, of course. 2nd and 10. And that, again, he was looking for Jackie Smith. And it was McDonald all over that. Setting up 3rd and 10 from the 16. Just got Action PC Baseball today. And Lomax threw to Falk, so we'll have a baseball season probably beginning in April for you. I got the Action PC Baseball 2022. Current thinking on that is I'm going to do the 77 season. But we'll see. So Jones in the punt. And it's a good punt. Backed them up to about the 30. That was Taylor. Punt went 52. The return 8 to the net, 44 yards. 4:41 left to go opening quarter. We have no score. We'll go play action to Cruz. Victor Cruz, I believe that is. We have a marker down.
Encroachment defense. Number 90, 5-yard penalty.
They get Brockers for encroachment as I have a little Diet Pepsi here. 4:34 now left. 1st and 5 at the 45-yard line. We'll go Gardner. He'll try to get the first down right here on a trap right. And Gardner got it. First down. Move the chains. If Las Vegas stays dedicated to running the ball, I think they're going to have some success in this game. Trap left, Charlie Gardner. And that's 3 yards. They were keying on Gardner, but he still picked up 3. So we'll go to Colmer. Sweep it to the left side on 2nd and 7. Gain of 5. Setting up 3rd and 2. By the way, Gardner has already had 6 carries in the game, 39 yards. So the idea is to keep giving him the ball. And we'll go trap left Gardner. And he'll get the first. In fact, he gets a little more than that, past the 35. Down to the 31, a pickup of 11 yards. 2:03 now left. Tight ends, by the way, when they go to this double tight formation of Vernon Davis and Aaron Thomas. We'll go Colmer off tackle right, just to keep St. Louis off balance, and it's a pickup of 14 before E.J. Jr. gets him down. Looking like they were keying on, they were not, they were looking for a double team to Victor Cruz. So we'll go Garner, trap right on 1st and 10. And Garner inside the 10 to the 8. So that'll do it for the first quarter. We have no score. We have 23 yards on the board for St. Louis. They were 2 for 6. Lomax was for 18 yards. And rushing the ball, they only had 3 carries for 5. Farrell leading with 4. The Ironmen doing much better running the ball. 11 carries, 84 as a team. Colmer, 3 of 25. Garner, 8 of 59. And Carr has only thrown it 4 times, 2 completions for 8 yards. They had 92 yards in the first quarter. So I think we'll keep it moving here. Keep the ball rolling. And we're going to go Colmer on an inside run, number 73. And they had keyed Gardner. It was the wrong key, and Colmer goes in for the touchdown. And the Raiders lead, I'm not the Raiders, but the Ironmen of Las Vegas lead 6-0. Because you got Raiders playing on the San Francisco team, so that's why I call them the Ironmen. Here is your point after. Good by Gino Cappelletti. And it's 7-0 in favor of the Oakland Raiders. By the way, if there was a name change on the team, then the Vegas Raiders Vegas Ironmen are entitled to those. So you're going to see a lot of Boston Patriots and Phoenix Cardinals on this team in all likelihood. Metcalf is back deep. This is Terry Metcalf along with Mitchell and Gilliam. And this is booted in the end zone for a touchback. We move the ball out to the 20 in the HTFL, just like they used to do in the NFL. 14-46. Each team gets 1 challenge, but all interceptions and scores are looked at. Not interceptions, turnovers in general. First down at the 20 for the Maroons. And it's Lomax throwing to Falk, and he can't find the handle on that. Incomplete. So Lomax off to a slow start. He is 2 for 7 and 18 yards. If you're wondering how he did in his first game, that's Jackie Smith. I was looking for Lomax. 16-24. He played against the Indianapolis Colts and won. 205 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 10. The ball still at the 20. As that is a handoff to Farrell, who gains 5 yards. Good to be with you on this Thursday, January 13th, as I record this. 3rd down and 5. And let's run that play right now. And that's Farrell being tackled by Kennard. And it's 4th down, a gain of 3 when the Maroons needed 5. So it's punting time. Bruiser Kennard. Probably one of the better players the Ironmen have who could play offense and defense. 1st and 10 at the 30. I'm going to have to take a timeout for just... Okay, back with you. Took a couple of minutes off, and actually I had to get a little tissue for my nose. It's kind of running a little bit. So if I sound like I have a cold, it's because I do. Gardner, trap left, and he will gain 5 yards. I'll just do a little editing later. Get out the old shortcut and splice these 2 vids together. Garner, 9 carries and 64 yards. 2nd and 5. It's a little, I don't want to, I know the people up north are suffering. My microphone on? Yes, it is. Okay, good. It's very, very, very cold in the Northeast and Midwest. But it's been a little cooler than normal here in the Tampa-St. Pete area. It's about 70. That's about our norm, but we've had a couple of nights where it was a little below the norm. But enough about that. Screen to Colmer, 2nd and 5. Gain of a yard, and that's all. 3rd and 5. You got to keep in mind, Tampa-St. Pete hasn't had snow snow that has actually fallen on the ground and stuck since 1977. It's the last time that happened. Medium fly to Sanders, 3rd and 6. That's Emmanuel Sanders. And that was overthrown by Carr. So both teams continuing to struggle offensively. Although the Raiders doing a little better than the Cardinals right now. Perilli is back to punt. Punting from his own 20. And that's a 47-yard punt. Taylor makes the tackle on Hakeem. 11:14 to go in the second quarter. We're that close to halftime. 1st and 10 at the 22. And that is Marshall Faulk gaining 4 yards. Schwartz makes the tackle. And it's 2nd and 6 at the 26. Womack hands it off to Farrell. A gain of 5. Bruiser Kennard again making the tackle. And it is 3rd and 1. Ball at the 31. Let's see if Faulk can get the first down. He's met. And he did not get the first. Harvey on the tackle. Good day for Las Vegas. And on 4th and 1, St. Louis will punt. I'll watch for a fake here, saying this punt's going to land inside the 20. We'll return it. We'll see what happens. And, there might have been a fumble. And there was. See, St. Louis has it. Washington forced the fumble. Timmerman went down and got it. And a huge break here for St. Louis, who has been sputtering offensively. 1st and 10 in the red zone at the Vegas 18. The throw, incomplete, looking for Torrey Holt. It's now a 2nd and 10 situation. 8:46 left in the half. Faulk, I thought he was going to lose. That's the second time I thought he lost yardage, but he didn't. It was another no gain. As St. Louis, even with this field position, continuing to struggle. 3rd and 10 now at the 18. That was intended for Isaac Bruce. Goldson got a tip on it, and it's incomplete. Field goal time. 35-yard field goal. That's got to be good, and it is, by Zerline. And your score is now 7-3. Here we go with the kickoff. That's a touchback. And Vegas, again, starting from their own 20. Garner, off tackle right. No, been calling that play a lot, but it's been effective. Quinn, one of the defensive ends, is injured, and Little is going to come in. Leonard Little, University of Tennessee. Good old Rocky Top. 2nd and 7, the ball at the 23-yard line. And we're going to go to Coles, Lavernius Coles on a short cross. And that is caught. A fumble on the play, pounced on by Moore, and Vegas keeps possession. The ball is at the 29. Quinn coming back in the game for St. Louis. 3rd and a yard. And the go-to guy here is going to be Charlie Gardner. They'll go off tackle left. Did he get stuffed? No, he got the first down, barely. And with 6:52 left, it's a 1st and 10 for the Ironmen. We'll go Colmer, off tackle right. And Colmer picking up 6 yards. His 5th carry of the day for 35 yards in total. Garner is at 11 for 68, so he's well on his way to 100. We're going to go Vernon Davis on a cross on 2nd and 4. Thrown underneath to Garner, who gains 2 yards. Garner has been like excrement. He has been everywhere in this game. So far, he has 13 touches out of 24 plays the Ironmen have run. 3rd and 2. And we're going to look to Emmanuel Sanders on the medium fly route. Well, actually, I don't know where I changed it to, but a
Holding
good rush.
offense. Number 44, 10-yard penalty.
Bruiser Kennard got called for the hold. It doesn't matter because Carter got a bum's rush in and sacked Derek Carr. 4th and 8. The ball at the 32. Vegas will punt. Here's Pirelli. Quiet game so far. 7-3 is your score. And Hakeem dropped it, pounced it, and that was a punt of 41 yards. So the Maroons back in action. They trail 7-3 here. 1st and 10 at the 27. The give is to Falk, who gains 3 yards. Eisenhower making the tackle for the Ironmen. I wanted to call them the Raiders again, but I didn't. 4:29 left. 2nd quarter. And Lomax pitching to Falk, and Falk goes nowhere. Schwartz on the tackle for the Ironmen. A 3rd and 7 now. Ball at the 30. Lomax throwing, and Jackie Smith could not grab that one. And the Maroons are going to punt it back to the Ironmen with 3:08 to go. And let's see here. Taylor with the punt. The punt went 50. The return went 11. 39-yard net. And with 3:02 left, Vegas goes double tight. Off tackle right to Gardner. And Gardner picking up 2 yards, and that's it. Behind Colmer. And Vegas in no hurry. They want to see something good happen, I guess. Pitch right to Gardner. And Gardner's going to be close to the first down, a pickup of 6. He got out of bounds. No, they're going to say he did not get out of bounds, and they keep the clock winding, and we'll go to the 2-minute warning. A 3rd and 2 situation with the score 7-3 in favor of Las Vegas. St. Louis with 43 yards of offense, and Vegas at 124. They've committed the only turnover of the game. We'll go 4 wide, and we're going to look for Santonio Holmes on the short cross, hero of Super Bowl 43, and Holmes with the catch. It's a gain of 8. Each team with all 3 timeouts left. And Vegas will hurry. Victor Cruz, medium out. Incomplete. With 1:33 left. Screen to Gardner in the 4 wide set. He might be wide open, but no, St. Louis pouncing on him fast. And with 1:20 to go, I'm going to call timeout. Set up a 3rd and 4. 3 wide, 1 running back. For this play, we'll go medium crossing route to Sanders. That's incomplete. And Vegas will again have to punt with 1:14 to go. Pirelli will do the honors. And that goes through the end zone, a touchback. St. Louis gets it back, trailing by 4 with 1:09 left. They have all their timeouts left. It's Farrell, or Farrell. Could be Farrell. Gain of 4. And I did not call timeout. St. Louis is not using theirs, so we might be closer to the half than you think. Long throw. Incomplete. Looking for Jackie Smith, who was way downfield. He was almost in Henderson, Nevada. That's how downfield he was. 3rd and 6. Ball at the 24. You ever been to Vegas? Henderson's a very nice little suburb.
12 men on the field. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
We'll take the penalty. Make it 3rd and 11. Otherwise, it would have been a first down. Ball to 19. And Falk gets the first down. Needed 11. He got 12. And St. Louis is going to call time. They have 2 left, but they're down to 21 seconds. See what happens here. There's your throw. Incomplete. And it's now 2nd and 10 with 13 left. Lomax doing terribly. 2 out of 12, 18 yards. If I was coaching St. Louis, I'd probably pull them. 2nd and 10, but I control the home team, which is Las Vegas in this instance. Falk on a screen pass catches it for 4, setting up 3rd down and 6. We have 5 seconds left, so 3-1 deep zone prevent. They screen it to Farrell, and that will do it for the first half. He gains 7, and that is it. Halftime, your score is Las Vegas 7 and St. Louis 3. So not the most exciting game, I will grant you all that, but that's kind of the way the ball bounces sometimes. Las Vegas got a touchdown, and then St. Louis came back with a field goal after the punt was muffed by the Ironmen. So we have a very good game. And tomorrow we do 2 programs, HTFL related. We'll do the recap show of the Sunday games. And then after that, the next video that goes up will be San Francisco and Dallas. In San Francisco, it's the Monday night game. Both teams come into that 1-0. And of course, they meet this week in Dallas in the first round of the playoffs, which is not going to be a Fox game. It's going to be a CBS game because Nickelodeon will be simulcasting that game and make the game kid-friendly, which I am all in favor for. Because kids will watch football if you make it interesting. I think the Madden franchise, God bless John Madden, is proof of that. If you make it interesting, kids will watch it. And that I watched. I think one of the first Super Bowls I remember was 12. I might remember the thing that got me hooked on football was the Bucks actually winning their first game in 1977. Metcalf, Mitchell, and Gilliam back deep for St. Louis as we begin the second quarter. 70 yards of offense for St. Louis, 138 for the Ironmen. Neither team doing much offensively, which is a testament to the defenses, I would think. And that's a touchback as Tucker, that is the Justin Tucker who hit the 66-yard field goal for the Ravens earlier this 2021-2022 season. First down for St. Louis at their own 20. We'll begin quarter number 3. Long throw, and this time it's caught. Torrey Holt with the catch for 31 big yards. Asamuga with the tackle for Las Vegas, and now St. Louis. A touchdown will give them the lead. They're in business. 1st and 10 at the Vegas 49. Falk, a nice carry, 12 yards. He ran for 112 in the game against his former mates, the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis making the Final Four in the first season of the HTFL, but they have had some key roster losses. Peyton Manning is now with Denver, and Marshall Faulk is here in St. Louis. So 1st and 10 at the 37. And busted play. Lomax got caught with the ball, and Goldson lowered the boom on him. 2nd and 13 at the 40, with 13-12 now left in the third. Lomax throwing to Falk, and he gains 7 of those yards back, making it 3rd and 6. Ball to 33, so St. Louis may be in field goal range if they don't get another yard, which they don't. Bruiser Kennard batted that pass down, incomplete. And Lomax's woes continue. He is now 6 of 17. Zerline comes in to try a 50-yarder. And that is not going to be good, which is going to give Las Vegas the ball at the 40. The Ironmen ran the ball 18 times out of 30 plays, and we're going to keep that going. We're going to go Gartner off tackle right. Was given the option to audible, but I chose not to. Gain of 3. Quinn on the stop for St. Louis. You ain't seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. Come on without, come on within. We'll go Colmer. Sweep to the right side. 2nd and 7. And we got a flag.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 87. 5-yard penalty.
Lavernius Coles called for illegal motion, setting up 2nd and 12. I'm still going to try to chop the tree down a little bit. We'll go Gardner, pitch right. Oh, and even though St. Louis was playing like a prevent defense there, Quinn, mentioned his name, he does something good. 4-yard loss. It's going to be 3rd and 16. So Carr is going to have to go long here. He's going to look for Coles. There's your throw. Incomplete. Carr has not had a great game. 7 of 13, just 29 yards. Passing the ball. Perilli will punt. And Hakeem with it. And he's got a nice return. Past the 40, past the 30, past the 20. And he is tackled at the 12-yard line. Told you Hakeem was good. 62 yards on that punt return. St. Louis is 3 for 10 on 3rd downs, and Las Vegas is 3 for 9. But St. Louis in business now. 1st and 10 at the 12. A touchdown will give them the lead. And there it is. Touchdown to Jackie Smith. Your point after try by Zerline is good. So it's 10-7 with 9:32 left in quarter number 3. Did not take the Maroons long to capitalize on that turnover. It wasn't a turnover, it was a big return. I was thinking of earlier in the game. So Gafford is back deep again for the Raiders, not the Raiders, the Ironmen. And that's a punt. That's a touchback. It's not a punt. Garner, sweep left, 1st and 10. Ball to 20. Even if I say a little less, I'll make a few less errors. Gain of 4. Garner now 16 carries and 79 yards. We're going to look to Victor Cruz. Maybe he'll do a little dance after he catches this. He does. That's a gain of 8 in the 1st down. Back to the double tight end set. Trap right, Garner. Gain of 4. Those unknown coverages are like when telemarketers call and the first thing they say this conversation is being recorded. Well, you just give me an invitation to hang up the phone. Had that happen to me this morning. Go Gardner off tackle right on 2nd and 6. Gain of 2. Never say anything when somebody wants to record you. Calls you on the phone. That's my policy. Coles on a short hitch. 3rd and 4 now at the 38. And another 3rd down conversion that Vegas cannot capitalize on. And they trail 10-7. Perilli will come on the punt. 6:35 left to go. And this is Hakeem again. Nice return. Another good return for him. 21 yards after that 60-yard plus return he had earlier. 1st and 10 at the St. Louis 44. They have the momentum now. 10-7 with 5:52 to go in the 3rd. And Lomax throwing an incompletion. 2nd and 10. Both offenses a bit anemic. This is a throw and a catch to Farrell. Gain of 4. 3rd and 6. Ball at the 48. St. Louis's own 38. They get the first, a pickup of 6 yards. Harvey on the tackle for the Ironmen. 4:49 left as St. Louis found another gear. And it's Falk gaining 2 yards. Houston and Twine on the tackle for Las Vegas. Setting up 2nd and 8. The ball at the 44. And for some reason I'm using this screen. Okay. Garner only has 3 more carries. that he can hit before fatigue. So we might bring in a fourth quarter running back. 3rd and 8 now. Ball at the 44. That pass incomplete to Marshall Falk. The throw. Incomplete, looking for Holt, who has dropped 2 passes today. 4th and 8. I think the Maroons will punt. They do. And that punt goes out of bounds at the 2. So the Ironmen have to go 98 yards in order to take the lead with 3:21 left in quarter number 3. We might take Garner out. And we can go to, see here, Jim Nance. Hello, friends. We're going to put Nance in the rest of the way. I said I want to put Nance in. Hello, friends. Trap right with Jim Nance. Not that Jim Nance. And it's a gain of 4 for Nance. Of course, Jim Nance is the lead play-by-play guy on CBS with Tony Romo. 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 6. And we're going to go Nance on a screen. And the animation again a little lacking. Gain of 3. Setting up 3rd and 3 at the 9. 2:21 now left. We're going to look to the tight end, Vernon Davis here. And another 3rd down conversion goes wanting. That's an incomplete pass. And Perilli will come in to punt. He'll be in his own end zone. And another good return for Hakeem.
Roughing the kicker, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
But as you hear, that's all coming back as Perilli got roughed up by Quinn. A 1st and 10 at the 24. We'll go Nance, trap right. But St. Louis is playing short and tight, so we're going to go medium fly to Coles in the double tight set. Incomplete. And let's see. We're going to look for Sanders. Medium cross on 2nd and 10. That's caught, and that's a 1st down, a pickup of 13. Carr is now 10 out of 18, but he only has 53 yards passing the ball. Minute 17 now left. We'll go back to Nance. Pitch right. That's a loss
Offsides,
of 4.
defense. Number 79, 5-yard penalty.
But Walker gets called for defensive offsides. So the Raiders were in luck. A 2nd and 14 turns into a 1st and 5. Could be the last play of the quarter with 32 seconds to go. And that's Nance picking up 9 yards. Larry Stallings. I keep wanting to call him Gene Stallings, who was the Cardinals coach for a while. There is a YouTube video out of a Bears-Cardinals preseason game that captures a couple of fights, and Gene Stallings wanted to pull his team off the field but was encouraged not to do so. That was the game, famously, where Neil Lomax was body slammed by the Fridge, William Perry. He just picked him up and slammed him. I don't think Lomax was ever the same after that. We have played 3 quarters. I think that was 1980, I want to say 86 or 87 that game was played. I want to say 86. It was John Madden, God rest in peace, Big John, called that game with Vern Lundquist because Pat Summerall was doing golf or something like that. At the end of the 3rd quarter, it's the Maroons 10 and the Ironmen 7. St. Louis now 141 yards. Lomax 9 of 23 for just 89 yards. Rushing the ball, they haven't been good. 16 for 52. Las Vegas, 180 yards. Carr is 10 for 18, but he's got 53 yards of passing. And rushing, they have been good. The Ironmen have 25 of 37, 5.5, and a touchdown. Garner was getting tired, so Jim Nance of the Boston Patriots is settling in, and he's going to probably finish the game for Las Vegas, and that is no gain with Walker on the tackle. 2nd and 10. We have just begun quarter number 4, a 10-7 game. We're going to go Sanders over the middle on a slant. Can he be found? No, it goes to Coles,
number 44,
but it's coming back.
10-yard penalty.
Bruiser Kennard gets called for holding. 2nd and 20 now, so I'm just going to screen it to Nance and see if he can get anything. And Nance picks up 5 yards back, and it's going to be 3rd and 15. We're going to go medium. We don't have a medium play that could get 15, so we're going to go long to Cruz. Hope we get it. Odds are we won't. He caught it just short of the marker. Vegas is going to challenge.
Upon further review, the runner reached the first down marker. First down. No timeout will be charged.
So Vegas loses the challenge, but doesn't lose a timeout. And it's a first down at the 39. Nance, trap right. And that's a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, the ball at the 35. As Vegas senses a weak front 7 here for St. Louis. We're going to go back to Nance, off tackle, right side. That's a gain of 3. 3rd and 3. And we could use Nance for 23 more carries, which we probably won't get to before the game is over with. So a 3rd and 3 situation. We're going to go 4 wide, put a man in motion, go short, and look to Cruz. And that is a sack on Carr. Rockers with the sack, and that's going to knock Vegas out of field goal range, we think. But actually, no, it's 4th and 9 at the 38. Justin Tucker's going to come in and try a field goal of 55 yards. He hit a 66-yarder in real life, but this is pushed right and no good. So St. Louis gets it at the 45 with 10:56 left to go in regulation, a 10-7 lead. And Lomax is sacked. No, a high snap. It was a high snap. But he was sacked for a loss. Lomax pounced on it, and they had to eat that play, a 3-yard loss, setting up 2nd and 13. Only 339 yards of offense, and we are about 50 minutes into the game. Lomax is going to scramble, gets 5, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 8. The ball at the 47. St. Louis is 47. We'll see what they do here in the waning moments of the game. Falk with a catch of 9 yards, Goldson on the tackle. And it's 1st and 10 for St. Louis at the 44 with 9:23 to go. Looking for Falk again, an incompletion. So Lomax, 10 of 25. He's had a trying day. Both quarterbacks have had a trying day. Which probably explains the lack of scoring. A 2nd and 10 at the 44. Lomax incomplete. Looking for Falk again. And Vegas telling him, get the Falk out of here. 3rd and 10. Incomplete. Setting up 4th and 10. That was an attempt at Torrey Holt, but Asamuga got a finger on that. 4th and 10 will set up for a return. But it's a touchback, so that brings the ball out to the 20. Now, Las Vegas seems to have detected a flaw and we're going to run with it here. When they bring in 5th and 6th defensive backs, St. Louis did, they're only rated 7s. So we're going to try to open it up a little bit. Here's across to Holmes. Completed. Yeah, Light and Atagwe are both 7s. A gain of 13. So we're going to try to open things up a little bit with 8:16 to go. A 1st and 10. Vegas at their own 33. Medium fly to the Lavernius Coles. And he's got that. Definitely have exploited a mismatch here. That's a gain of 14 yards. 7:31 now left. It's a 1st and 10 for Vegas at their own 47. We'll go screen to Nance. And that's incomplete. Nance has 2 catches for 8 yards, 5 carries for 20. So we'll go back to the throwing the ball. We're going to look to Cruz. Medium fly route on 2nd and 10. That's caught. Gain of 14. 1st and 10 now at the Maroon 39. And we're going to trap it right with Jim Nance. No, not that Jim Nance. Jim Nance of the Boston Patriots. Gain of 3. Stallings, Larry Stallings on the tackle. Back to the 4 wide set, 2nd and 7. And we're going to look to Emmanuel Sanders on a short slant. Coverage unknown, so we'll just stick with our play. Incomplete. Ball might have been intercepted.
Upon further review, the ball was secured before it hit the ground. Interception. No timeout will be charged.
Okay, so St. Louis uses their challenge and they get an interception. And that's the 2nd turnover for Vegas in this game. A 1st and 10 with 5:13. Time becoming the enemy of the Ironmen. See what happens here. Lomax back to throw. And it is caught by Isaac Bruce for a gain of 14 yards. 5:06. The throw incomplete. At the 4:28 mark, hit by Goldson on Falk. Set up 2nd and 10. Pitch to Farrell. Farrell will gain 6 yards. Addison on the tackle. 3rd and 4. And they was looking for Falk on the screen. It was not there. Very curious. Now this could be game design. Why you'd want to throw the ball that many times this late in the game. A 4th and 4 at midfield. I'll set up for the return. And that goes out of bounds. A nice punt by Jones for 38 yards to the 12. 3:20 left to go. We'll put the 4 wide set back out. Fly to Santonio Holmes on 1st down. That's incomplete. Hit hard by Pat Fisher. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Medium cross to Holmes. And that is caught underneath by Jim Nance. 5-yard gain. Vegas will hurry. They'll go with a short pass to Sanders on 3rd and 5. That's caught. A gain of 6. Vegas will hurry. They don't want to use a timeout here, I don't think. Victor Cruz, medium fly. Do they get the playoff before the 2? They do, but it's incomplete. 2:03 left. We're going to screen it to Nance on 2nd and 10. And that is caught for a gain of 2. Meanert on the tackle for St. Louis. 2-minute warning. Vegas needs a field goal to tie and a touchdown for the lead. A 3rd and 8 at the 25. 172 yards for St. Louis. 258 for Vegas. We're going to go Holmes. Medium out. Each team has all of their timeouts left, but no challenges. But you don't need them now. Fly to Holmes on 3rd down. That's caught, and that's a gain of 12. And we'll burn a timeout here. 1:45 now left to go. Davis, medium hitch in a 3 wide set. That's not caught. An incompletion. Back to the 4-wide set. We'll put Holmes to work. Short out on 2nd and 10. And that was caught by Holmes. He gained 8 yards, and he got out of bounds. So we'll go double tight. We'll call a timeout if we get it here. Trap left with Jim Nance on 3rd and 2. They get the first down. It's a pickup of 4. Meanert made his 10th tackle. And Vegas will be down to their last timeout with 1:24 to go. They're going to have to use the sidelines a bit more. We're going to go long out to Coles on 1st and 10. And that's a catch. Coles picks up 17. And you got a $1:16 to go. 11th play of the drive. A screen to Nance. Incomplete. Field goal try here would be from 51. Short out. Cruz on 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Deflected off of Atagwe. Carr now 21 of 36, 164 yards and 1 pick. 3rd and 10. Do or die time for the Ironmen. We're going to slant to Sanders. We'll go hurry up if we need to. That's caught. Gain of 12. And they hurry to the line. They will not spike the ball. They're going to go medium out to Cruz. 1 minute to go. In no hurry. Gain of 5 to Coles. He gets out of bounds. That stops the clock at 42 seconds. Vegas has 1 timeout left. And they're already at the 20. Short pass to Nance on 2nd and 5. Incomplete. 39 ticks left. We're going to put Carr in the gun, and we're going to go for a medium pass to Cruz. St. Louis playing, brother, can you spare a dime? There's your throw, incomplete. Now they'll bring Tucker in, try to hit a field goal to tie the score with 36 seconds to go. This will be from 35 yards, and it is good. 10-10. With 31 seconds left to go. We're going to kick at an angle, try to avoid a nice return from Metcalf, although it goes to him. Caught it at the 3, moved it up to the 21, a gain of 18. So St. Louis, with 19 seconds to go, they could get something going here real fast. They have all 3 timeouts. But it looks like they're playing for overtime. Farrell, no gain. Antwine on the tackle. And yes, they call time. Interesting combination there. 11 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Will Lomax throw here? He does not. He does. And that was a slow developing play. Intended for Isaac Bruce. Tipped by Golson. And we, for the first time this season, here in the HTFL Season 2, we go to overtime. St. Louis won the toss, will receive. Now, in HTFL, the HTFL, in overtime, it's the old school sudden death that the NFL used to use up until about 10 years ago. First team to score wins. If they play 15 minutes and nobody has scored, the game will go down as a tie. Metcalf back deep. It's 15 minutes. It's a full quarter of sudden death. 1st and 10 at the 20. As Kirk Gowdy used to call it, sudden victory. See what Lomax can do here. 1st and 10 at the 20. They give it to Farrell. And it's a 4-yard gain. Addison making the tackle. The defenses have dominated this game. Although Las Vegas did a little better in the second half offensively. 2nd and 6, the ball at 24. And it's Lomax looking for Jackie Smith, but an incompletion. Lomax now 11 out of 32 for 112 yards. He has not had a good day by any stretch of the imagination. 3rd and 6 now. And the defense cannot get off the field as that was a bullet to Marshall Faulk, gaining 8 yards. Very early in the overtime period. 1st and 10 at the 32. The throw incomplete. Looking for Farrell there. And that sets up a 2nd and 10 at the 32. But you knew where the ball was.
False start. Offense. Number 80, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
You hear it there. Bruce called for the false start. Move them back 5. 2nd and 15. Ball to 27. St. Louis. Completion to Smith and a fumble, and the Ironmen get it. McDonald forced the fumble. Griffin pounced on it. And now Vegas in prime real estate, looking to win the game. And all they need is just one score, a field goal. With the HTFL rules, the old school sudden death, any score wins the game at any time. Not like the way the NFL does it now. We're going to go to Nance, trap right. Although they're playing short and tight, I'm going to go with Coles on the medium fly route instead. 1st and 10 at the 38. And you got Tucker. Tucker has long range. That's a gain of 9 by Thomas, the tight end. And it's a 2nd and a yard situation. Just going to keep it on the ground. Let's see what that can do. Nance, off tackle right, gets the 1st down. In fact, they're going to go full house here, and they're going to put Delvin Williams in the game for the first time. In fact, we'll go to him. Off tackle right, the former Miami Dolphin. Miami's team did not want him, so he winds up in Vegas. Stallings with another tackle, a gain of 3 for Delvin Williams, and that sets up 2nd and 7. You wonder if the Ironmen, there I go with that again, will kick on 3rd down. Nance, trap right. No gain. In fact, here comes Tucker. They will try the field goal on 3rd down. The kick will be 42 yards. And he got it, and the Ironmen win. Justin Tucker being mobbed by his teammates, which you cannot see. And it's 13-10. The Raiders win it. Not the Raiders. I see I did it again. I keep calling them the Raiders. And Tucker winds up being the hero. Garner gets MVP honors for his early contributions. But this was not a pretty game. Both teams combined going 14 of 34 on 3rd downs. And neither team attempted a 1st down. And we had 526 yards of total offense. We had 7 penalties. I'd like to see how many punts were in the game. We had 5 rushes of more than 10 yards by both teams and only 1 throw of more than 25 yards. St. Louis ran 56 plays. Vegas ran 74. So let's go through the stats, and then we'll get on out of here. It was Carr having the better day, but not by much. 24-41, 1 pick, and 190 yards and a rating of 60. The leading rusher was Charlie Gartner, 18 of 85. Leading catcher was Farrell of St. Louis, 5 for 35, but the leader of yardage was Lavernius Coles, 4 for 42. Just wasn't a pretty game. The defenses for each team were both pretty stout. We had 15 punts in the game. Jones punted 8 times, and Perilli 7 times for Vegas. 14 tackles for Stallings. He led everybody. On Las Vegas, it was Addison who had 7 tackles. So, let me cough for just a moment, then I will come to you. Okay. Tomorrow we have the Sunday recap show. And then we're going to do Dallas and San Francisco to wrap up week number 2. And then Monday we will begin week number 3. I haven't picked the games yet. I will be doing that before the recap video and telling you what games we're going to do next week. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. It wasn't that great of a game, I don't think, but this is what happens sometimes. Not every game is going to be a shootout, and with the fatigue rules now, that's probably going to be more so. Las Vegas 13 and St. Louis 10 in overtime. This has been Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.